All right, everybody. Today we're gonna be doing a Luffy showcase. I do have a Chopper familiar on him, and his Memoira is not maxed out. I did not. Well, I did level it up all the way, but I wasn't able to evolve it because it's very, very expensive to evolve. Overall, this entire unit's expensive, but this is what gear. Pretty cool thing when you press on him, he's a little icon. So, attack animation like this. So he turns, gives him a little whack. Doink, doink. He goes from the big Luffy. That's his first attack. Damage on placement. This is the familiar, by the way. Almost a 30% damage increase. And it looks like he's pushed Zoro all the way to the edge of the map, so might here. Or like over here. And then upgrades. 1, 2, 3. Alright, this is second attack max. Yum, 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 yum. He wants to eat. That again. Yum, 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 yum. Boom, boom. Full AoE upgrade. Kaminari. Where's lightning? He's doing lightning. Really cool stuff. Boom, boom. Doing barrage. Barrage, let's see that again. Spinning on the wheel. Like a whole barrage, let's see that again. Like a galaxy rainbow barrage. And then his last upgrade, a very wide cone AoE. He's just really tweaking out here. I don't know why his AoE is so wide then. I don't know, man. I guess he just does a cool barrage. I don't know. But yeah, so his first move, he has 4 abilities. He has an ability, Cog 4, where he's able to transform back into his Gear 4th. Form, which I don't know why you would want to do that, but if you want a full AoE person, I guess you could do this. Switch back to Luffy. Oh, this is what his EDPS is looking like. His EDPS is really nice. You can do Sun God transformation. We'll look at that later. Sun God Thunder. It does 800% damage to the enemy with enemy with the highest HP. That's. I guess he just, look at that. Did a bunch of damage. 100% enemy. There's no attack effects for it. Or maybe I just have I might have things turned off, but it's okay. But you get it. This would be his Bajaran gun, and then this would be Kaminari. And then you have passives. He does repulse and he buffs his damage and damage and powers. Okay, buffs his damage and then buffs his other One Piece units by 50% when an enemy is in range. When an enemy in range is repulsed, inflicts wanted. So he inflicts wanted onto them. Grants 40% more yen, causes enemy to take 40% more damage from pirate units. When this unit attacks an enemy with a damage amplifying debuff other than wanted, remove that debuff and amplify wanted instead. So if someone was doing wounded, he would take that wounded. I believe the damage is amplifying deep. So wounded, he would take wounded and then take away that wounded and then put on wanted. So yeah. Instead automatically apply wanted to boss enemies. So he just puts it on to boss enemies already. Attacks warp reality around the attack's position, dealing 50% damage to enemies hit. Each attack on the same enemy buffs crit rate by 5%. Attacking a new enemy resets this buff. Critical hits apply nullified. Deal 5% more damage per status debuff or lockout on the enemy. All allied attacks inflict repulse when a repulsed enemy. Okay, all allied attacks inflict repulse. When a repulsed enemy passes an enemy that is not already repulsed, inflict repulse on that enemy. Sun God's transformation, immune to status effects and status debuffs. While the transformation is active, buff own damage by 50% per ability on cooldown. While transform, buff damage by 1% per second to 100%. When Sun God transformation is deactivated, retain this buff for 120 seconds. Gives allies joy. Allies with joy inflict a random soft debuff, 30% slow for 5 seconds, or status effect damage or status damage over 8 seconds. Per attack. Insane. So his Memoira. Look, I have Divinity, full Godly on it. When attacking an enemy on repulse, lockout, deal 35% more damage, and then this would be what you get if you also had this fully evolved, but it doesn't affect his damage that much. It's more of like a different thing. So when an enemy in range leaves repulse lockout, inflict repulse on that enemy. So yeah, attack after this unit uses meter, gain meter 30% faster for 20 seconds. Non-enhanced skills generate 10% meter per use. Enhanced skills inflict rupture. So he just a whole different thing of attack, apply, attack, apply. So then you have his transformation. Little cool thing. Hey, what's up? Turn into Luffy. Really awesome. End it by pressing H. This is M1 or his shift. His shift you can't when you hold shift it gives you the ability to use the other moves. So you press E here. So you need meter, so you get meter by actually attacking. So just attack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is T. This is R. Okay, and this is F. Kaminari. This is E. Yum 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 yum. It's Q. Okay. Alright. So once you get this, you see the power in the bottom left. Now you can hold shift, press E. Skills on cooldown. So it's going to like be a little weird. You're gonna have to wait for the cooldown. So while you wait for this, you can just keep attacking, yada yada yada. Okay, hold shift Q. This nice. I don't know why there's 2 XQs. I don't know what this is supposed to mean. But hey. See now it's asking for 300%. I have no idea how it's supposed to work, but I guess it just happens. But yeah, these moves, so basically E and Q, they only work if you have meter bar. So you can use F, T, R, and M1. I don't know what shift is supposed to do exactly. Like, I don't know. I guess it makes it move stronger. Doesn't specify exactly what does they do. What do they do? I mean. Okay, let's hold on R. Let's hold on shift. Press R. I guess it just does more damage. I guess holding shift and you have power, it just makes you do more damage. So that's pretty cool. And then you press H to end the mode. And then Luffy will like get a buff or whatever, and look at his damage. Absolutely crazy. Yes. So again, his E DPS was 5.7 million. Holy moly, schmackamole. And I'm not even using him correctly here. Again, I have no idea how to use it. But I'm not even using him correctly, and yeah, like imagine it's somebody who knows exactly what they're doing on how to use this Sun God transformation effectively. He would be very busted. But yeah, that's the showcase for Luffy. And yeah, good luck on getting Luffy, guys.